Howdy. This is take 3. My name is Cameo. I am the plaintiff against Texas A&M University and System in case 417CV03877, filed December 2017. This is now March 5th, 2020. We got past the motion to dismiss failure to state a claim, otherwise known as, we're not saying we didn't do it, we're just saying she can't prove it. I've learned a lot over the years, last couple of years. It's not something I wanted to know. Please have a seat, get a drink, relax. I don't care who you show this video to. Honesty's nice like that. I can be mistaken, but I am honest. I am very practiced in dates and what happened to me from my perception at Texas A&M University. I apologize if I go back and forth between 1992 and 2020, but it's a lot of my life, and it's emotionally painful on some things. I'm very disappointed that Texas A&M University set out to destroy me for so long, and I just thought I worked for jerks, which was kind of true, but it wasn't just the individual jerks. It definitely spider webs all together when I looked at all the different documents and I put it together, and I'm like, oh, who'd have thought they'd go to so much trouble to try and destroy one female, one single parent taking care of a boy, working a job. You know, it was just a daggum job, or so I thought. Sitting outside. Sorry, it's a little windy. Pretty day, though. All right, did you get that drink? Because you're probably going to need it. Maybe not, but, you know, whatever. I have no intention of becoming an attorney. I already have learned more about this than I ever planned to. Although my astrology birth chart says I'd make a great attorney. Too bad I didn't look at it like, I don't know, 30 years ago when this started. 20-something years ago. Okay, anyway. 1992. I moved to Texas because my sister lived here, and I could bring my horse, my dog, my cat, my kid, and get away from somebody that wasn't very nice to me and start another life. Florida was a 28% unemployment rate. I interviewed for the parking and transit job without even knowing what the job was. All I knew is the insurance and the benefits started the day you got hired. That was July 1992. August 1992, August 13th, 1992, I started a job at Texas A&M, Parking, Traffic, and Transit Services. I guess I said that right. Anyway, PTTS, Parking Nazis, is what everybody called it. Okay, I already knew that. That was the most interesting, weird job. Anyway, it's the first panel interview I ever had. Felt like a firing squad. I looked under the tables and I was like, and I wasn't worried about the interview because I didn't expect to get the job. They asked me why I looked under the table. I said, well, I was looking to see if y'all were armed because this feels like a firing squad, and they all laughed. Anyway, I started that job August 13th, 1992 for benefits with the idea of kindercare hours, taking care of my son. I bled to death in 1990 when getting him here. After an emergency C-section, I had internal bleeding. They did not know, and when they rolled me over, I basically poured out all over the floor. And I felt myself disappear from the feet up. And I left out of this achy place in your chest, you know, when you miss something. I left out of that. And I came back that way. You know, if you close your eyes and imagine the beach, you can see it and hear it in your mind, right? Well, that's how you see, and these are what you look through. Anyway, I never planned on telling anybody all that stuff, but as the years go by, more and more things happen that bring it up. And it just, this place, the amount of ironies and contradictions conditional reality has is just kind of insane, which is no wonder everybody sort of thinks whatever they think. But anyhow, the parking job was great because it got me in shape. I went from 220 pounds to 130 pounds between August of 1992 and like February of 93. By 1994, I was like 28 years old and I was a biking machine. And I used to bike to the next endorphin rush. Well, after going through all this court, whatever you want to call stuff, I had originally thought that A&M started after me when in 1996, Bill Courtney wrote down in my evaluation that I talked too much. I wasn't even talking to anybody, but okay, whatever. They were shunning me. I thought it was because I was a parking Nazi. I didn't know they were shunning me because I'm a girl until he wrote me up for being female. She is a distraction to the male workers. Thank you, Bill, for writing that down. Thank you, God, I had a copy. Because they pretended to lose it. Oh, we can't find that anywhere. We're sure you misunderstood. We've talked to him about the error of his ways. Here, sign this one. And I was like, are you kidding me? That's just the proof I have of what he's been doing. That's not the start of it. That guy called me white ass. He told me to clean the break room. That's woman's work. He assigned me to sand sheetrock till I was like a ghost. And I didn't care because I didn't know any better. It was all in 8 hours. Anyhow, he writes down I'm female. And oh my God. You know, I was like, what am I supposed to do about that? I can't do anything about that. So anyway, rewind back to the parking and transit thing. I'm like bike body. You know, I had a guy tell me that he used to drive into the front of campus when I direct traffic just to look at my knees. I was like, okay, whatever, I don't know. I had another guy come up to me in the store when I was shopping and say, oh, remember me? You towed my car at a PA 55. You were so nice. I thought that was the funniest, weirdest compliment I've ever had. All I've ever done is set out to treat people the way I'd like to be treated. I'm as human as anyone. I have an ego. My feelings get hurt. I would rather not argue. I've had enough of A&M acting like I don't matter, like civil rights don't matter, like their own policies don't matter, okay? That's how come I came to court. That's how come I chose federal court over state court. Because the state of Texas, God love them, needs to get over it and actually try to be who they say they are. Because I've had a lot of years of bullying and just meanness that I just used to watch them and wait for lightning to strike. Well, evidently my nickname is now Lightning because here I am. I think I'd rather be a comedian than a lawyer. I'd rather laugh. I don't usually cry in public. Anyway, so one day I'm at work, working for parking. And the thing about wearing a blue shirt and a badge is you're a target. And, wind. Anyway, people were staring at me more than usual. And I thought, man, my zipper down, got something in my teeth, what's up? So I went in the restroom to look, to see, and I'm like, okay, everything seems okay. Maybe I'm just being paranoid. Because I tend to pick up and know things for whatever reason. And I come out of I think it was the Reed building, the old Reed building. Anyway, I come down the stairs, and this truck drives by, and it's got 3 students, male students in it, and it stops, and it throws it in reverse, and it rolls back to me, and the other one looks at the other one, and they all point to me, and they're like, her, that's her. Yeah, I told you, that's her. That's the one. And I thought, okay, I'm not crazy. There is something going on. And I was already, I don't know. It was just weird. And anyway, I went to the Memorial Student Center to cash a check, because this is before debit cards and smartphones and all that. This is probably, let's see, 1994, I believe, because of what the cartoon is, October 1994. And I go to the MSC to cash a check, and the guy behind the counter says,